1215, and then we're going to pull House Bill 1513 out of order after that. Yeah, you can. If you could keep that door closed for us. Representative Love, you're recognized to run House Bill 1315 first.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm here to run House Bill 1513. It's for Representative Holcomb. Now, basically, this is just a cleanup bill, and I have 80Q here if the committee has any questions.
Seeing no questions or anyone to speak for or against this bill in the audience? Seeing none, I have a do pass motion for Representative Branscombe. Any discussion on that motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, congratulations, Representative Love. You can tell Representative Holcomb you've got it.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
You're now recognized to present House Bill 1250. Members, there is an amendment on this bill. It's a paper amendment. We'll be passing that out. If you would present the amendment first.
I will, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to have Don Ike from the Massage Therapy Board come and sit with me.
Before she speaks, just have her introduce herself for the committee.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Don Ike. I am an 11-year massage therapist. I am a master massage therapist, nationally certified, and also a neuromuscular massage therapist.
You're recognized.
All right. The amendment for House Bill 1215 is just some agreed upon language between the Medical Society and the acupuncturists. I'll take any questions.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to committee on the amendment. Got it. Representative McCollum, is that a motion to pass on the amendment? Representative Payton, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I was just looking at the amendment real quick, and it sure seems to have narrowed a class of people here. Can you explain it any further?
Basically, Representative Payton, this is an amendment that actually the Medical Society and the acupuncturists wanted to put on the bill. I don't think it minimizes the scope or kind of weeds out anybody. But that was just agreed upon language.
If I could follow up, Mr. Chair.
You're recognized.
Okay. So, not being able to engross it in my mind here with the rest of the bill,
Sure.
I don't know exactly what subchapter or whatever this may be affecting, but when we narrow it from healthcare professionals down to physicians and licensed chiropractors, I mean, that leaves out all nurses and a lot of healthcare professionals. I would think we narrowed it drastically.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since this is not my amendment, I will have the Medical Society come and speak to it. I mean,
Okay.
but this is just something that they asked me to put in.
Okay.
So if there's anybody from the Medical Society, I'll be more than happy to allow them to elaborate on it. Other than that, I can just present my bill as is.
Representative Meeks, you're recognized for what? A question while we're waiting on the Medical Society.
Well, I guess Medical Society is here. I read it a different way than Representative Payton did.
I'll let you address that.
Okay. I don't, the way that I read it, that it's not preventing them from doing what it is as far as practicing acupuncture and related. Because the way that I read it is, it says this chapter does not limit, interfere with, or prevent physicians licensed by the Arkansas State Medical Board from practicing acupuncture. So I think it's just kind of an open-ended deal from what it sounds like to me. So I'm reading it kind of maybe the exact opposite way.
I actually read it the same way you did, Representative Meeks. Representative Payton, does that help you at any at all?
Yes, I mean, I'm looking at it now, and we're talking about a class of people who are exempt, I guess, from needing to be licensed. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay?
If it
So
were, if it were,
previously, any healthcare professional was exempt. With this amendment, only physicians and chiropractors are exempt.
well, no, that's if you look at it within the code, that's not what we're trying to do. But Representative Payton, I'll tell you what, if we pass out this amendment, if there's any questions after that, what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll readjust it, and you have my word on that.
Okay. Well, I just know that we've had a lot of turf war between physicians and nurses and other healthcare professionals in this committee lately, and I
Well, trust
hate
me,
to inadvertently do anything there.
trust me, I was on the other end of the medical society on some bills, and so I'm not trying to limit the scope of who can practice. And so, like I said, once we pass out the bill, if there's anything that we need to change, I'm more than open to change it.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Representative Hammer.
Has the Medical Society made it in the room yet?
Not yet, we're trying to get them here. We'll have them here before we're done.
Then,
What's the pleasure of committee on the amendment? I got a motion.
I don't know what all motions are appropriate this time, but I'd like to vote on the bill without the amendment.
We got Scott Smith just come in the room. Representative Payton, you want to ask your question again to Scott Smith? If you would, Mr. Smith, introduce yourself for the committee and you're recognized to answer your question, Representative Payton.
What have I done?
You're about to find out.
Yes, we support this amendment.
Representative Payton, you're recognized to answer
Thank
your
you,
question.
Mr. Chair. Okay, so my question is, the amendment seems to be narrowing the class of healthcare professionals that are exempt on page 2, line 16, 17, in that paragraph.
Right.
Before the amendment, any licensed healthcare professional would have been exempt. After the amendment, only physicians and chiropractors are exempt.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So how many? So who all does that cut out as being exempt?
Well, I'm not really sure, but we proposed this language in response to some other language that we had seen earlier, and we just wanted to make sure that physicians who have this training didn't have to have an extra course. And
So what about advanced practice nurses? And
I don't even know if they're currently listed in the, I don't know if they do these kind of
could
procedures.
somebody who knows
Representative Payton,
speak
let me
to
help
who
you a little
exactly we're limiting?
Representative Love, did anybody from the APN Association or the nursing board contact you for an amendment?
Not at all, Mr. Chair. And here's, in committee, I tell you what, if we have angst about the amendment, we can scratch the amendment and just go to the bill. I'm fine with that.
Representative Ladyman, you got a question?
motion. I make a motion, do not pass for the amendment.
All right, all those in favor of do not pass for the motion, say aye. All those opposed? You recognize present your bill as it
Okay,
is.
I'm going to present House Bill 1215. Colleagues, this is just a bill that will allow massage therapy to practice cupping, and it's a specific type of cupping. I'll take any questions.
Representative Hammer, you recognize for a question.
I just wanted, to the chair, please, point of order, if I may.
For it.
We just voted do not pass, which means that this amendment would not be able to be brought back up in this committee once it receives a do not pass. Is that correct?
Not without a motion of expungement.
Thank you. Okay.
Representative Meeks, you recognize.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On line C, it says that a massage therapist may practice cupping therapy as part of massage therapy after completing an educational program in cupping therapy. Could you be more specific about that educational program, what it might cost, how many hours it might be?
Well, that's why I have Don Ike here, but as of right now, massage therapists already receive educational credit or educational programming for cupping, and so it's already included in their massage therapy license. But I'll let Ms. Ike also speak to that.
Thank you. I wanted to add just a little bit extra, as I'm sure you might have some other questions. Cupping as a modality has a lot of confusion about it. It's gained in popular mainstream media, so I wanted to talk just a bit on that. Cupping is a massage modality used to release rigid soft tissues throughout the application of a dome-shaped device, often called cups. Suction is created by using a hand pump to control the pump. Tissues are lifted away from the body with a controlled vacuum. This approach can be used effectively to give relief of discomfort from conditions such as scar tissue, pullings, restrictions from muscles and fascia. That's the connective tissue that surrounds muscles and tendons. Various forms of cupping have been offered throughout history by a variety of practitioners. Therefore, understanding the specifics and objectives of cupping for massage therapy is very important. Here in Arkansas, massage therapy law first began in 1951. Until recently, massage for cupping was covered by massage law under the agreed term mechanical device, as we use a hand pump to affect soft tissue and connective tissue. Today, Arkansas has more than 2,000 licensed massage therapists. We've never had a single complaint or case filed against one of our therapists regarding the misconduct or injury with the use of cups. In fact, our researchers have yet to find any case against massage therapists regarding cupping nationwide, despite decades of use by massage therapists. In regards to cupping for massage therapy on a national level, you will find major medical insurance providers are specifically listing cupping for massage under their coverage. Also, the NCBTMB, which is our National Massage Therapy Board, lists cupping for massage as a modality. To answer your question specifically, continuing education courses focusing specifically on cupping for massage has been in existence for years, on both a national and a state level. Most of the major massage schools in Arkansas have, although not required, have decided to include additional introduction to training and cupping for massage purposes. They include this to their students as part of their core curriculum. Our industry has already taken great strides to ensure massage therapists are receiving full training and education regarding cupping for massage. Recently, cupping has gained popular attention from sports and entertainment industries with notable celebrities such as Michael Phelps, considered the most successful Olympic athlete of all time. Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow are also known as celebrity wellness advocates. They can be seen regularly bearing the marks of cupping. I would like to reiterate that this bill, we're just asking to be granted we're not asking for a new modality. We're just asking to be allowed to continue helping provide these services as we've been doing. I'm with the Coalition for Massage Therapists. I'm the president. We sat down with the acupuncturists and we discussed our specifics on education. We're going to recommend a minimum of 18 hours additional continuing education credits as approved by the MTAC and the Department of Health.
Thank you. Representative McCullough, you're recognized for a question.
I'd like to make a motion at the proper time.
Noted. Seeing no further questions for committee, is anyone in the room speak for or against the bill? Seeing none, motion do pass by Representative McCullough. Any discussion on that motion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed? Ayes have it. Congratulations, Representative Love. Your bill is passed.
Thank you, committee. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Representative McCullough.